Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your number one online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio.
Alright, top of the morning to everyone listening to my voice and to all the people streaming me live. Yeah, this is Wicked Update. Coming to you from the studio of Power 365 FM, situated in the city of Ibadan. My name is James Oluwadurotimi Aremu. Talking about the weekend recap. Well, it was reported on Friday, the 12th of July, that a two-story residential building in Phase 2, Site 2, Kubwa, Abuja, collapsed. The building collapsed. Okay, this is a fresh news. This one is different from what happened in Jos. A two-story residential building in Phase 2, Site 2, Kuba, Abuja, has collapsed. The building collapsed on Saturday morning at about 7 a.m. It was learned that the building was formerly a hotel, Al Hilal, but was converted to residential apartment. It was also gathered that several people are currently trapped in the rumble. At the time of filing this report, emergency responders and security personnel were at the scene. Talking about what happened yesterday in Jos. The Plateau State government has expressed sadness over a school building which collapsed in Jos, the state capital. 17 persons have been confirmed dead and over 120 persons trapped at the Saint Academy building located in Busa Buji community. It was reported that the school building collapsed around 8:30 a.m. yesterday morning. That was on Friday, the 12th of July, when the students and teachers were in their classes. State Commissioner for Information, Musa Asham, disclosed in a statement on Friday that 120 persons were trampled under the rubble while giving an update on the incident. Meanwhile, the Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency, Sunday Abdul, who spoke with the media after the rescue operation, confirmed that 70 persons have died as a result of the collapse. Asema Burst described the incident as a sad one. Said they have no option than to finish the rescue mission at least yesterday, in which I believe they will continue today. Quick look at the editorials. Well, on the 9th of July, the reign of impunity and human rights abuse by some officials of the Economic Financial Crime Commission under the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is getting worse. In the late installment, EFCC officials brutally assaulted a woman during an early morning sting operation at the regional hotel in Oja, Lagos. The anti-graft agency is blighting Nigeria's democracy. EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should rein in the excuses of officials. This unjust action, which offends the sensibilities, has become a pattern of the anti-graft agency, and it needs to stop. The EFCC needs to set up a disciplinary actions against such errant officials and retrace its steps from the trajectory of excesses and gross disregard for human rights. Let's not forget, last month, the disturbing CCTV video footage which went viral on social media showed about 5 EFCC officials violently breaking a door and manhandling a woman who was said to be a staff of the hotel. The video report said the room whose door the irate officials broke through was the one used by staff members, not guests. Alright, it's still the weekend recap coming to you live from the studio of Power365 FM. Okay, stay tuned for more news. on Friday, the 12th of July, Supreme Court declared. It was reported on Friday that the Supreme Court declared on Thursday it is unconstitutional for state governors to hold funds allocated for local government administration. The seven-man panel in judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Aji declared that the 774 local government councils in the country should manage their funds themselves. The Apex Court held that the power of the government is partitioned into three arms of government: the federal, the state, and the local government. The court further declared that a state government has no power to appoint a caretaker committee, and a local government council is only recognizable with a democratically elected government. The judgment held that the use of caretaker committee amounts to the state government taking control of the local government and is in violation of the 1999 Constitution. The court ruled the state government as perpetuating a dangerous trend. The court ruled that the state government are perpetuating a dangerous trend by refusing to allow democratically elected local government councils to function, instead appointing their loyalists who can only be removed by them. The court stated that it's the local government that should receive and manage funds meant for local government. For the judgment held that the local government council funds be paid to only democratically elected local government councils, stating that anything other than this will be taken as a gross misconduct. Alright, still the weekend recap coming to you live from the studio of Power365 FM. The Pan-Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere has berated the Supreme Court judgment that granted financial autonomy to local government areas. A statement signed by the leader of the group, Ayo Adebanjo, and its National Publicity Secretary, Justice Falui, said the ruling has done incalculable injury to the Nigerian state. The statement is entitled Noble and a Grand Conspiracy Against Democracy and True Federalism in Nigeria. According to the statement, Afenifere views the judgment of the Supreme Court in the case filed by the federal government on the so-called local government autonomy as a sheer judiciary conspiracy in a cahoots with the Tinubu administration against the Nigeria state and its foundational principle of federalism, rather than interpret the constitution to uphold its elementary but overriding federal principle, which recognizes only a two-tier federal structure of central government and federating states. The Supreme Court played to the gallery and willingly allowed itself the most retrogressive declaration that the power of the government is portioned into three arms of government: the federal, the state, and the local government. For the avoidance of any doubt, Afenifere makes bold to say that in line with its negotiated basis of existence, Nigeria is a federation consisting of states and the Federal Capital Territory as affirmed by Section 2 of the 1999 Constitution. While Afenifere frowns at corruption and misuse of public funds at the levels of government, it condemns in most unmistaken terms of subjugation of state and their constitutional rules, including the local government system. The the whims and caprice of the federal government by any means, including obvious manipulation of the federation account, as in the present case. The group said the 1999 Constitution, which is in spite of its flaws, gives life and power to the Supreme Court, provides in Section 162 and particularly subsection 6 that each state shall maintain a special account to be called State Joint Local Government Account, into which shall be paid all allocations to the local government councils of the state from Federation account and from government of the state. On the 11th of July, another news from the editorial was reported Nigeria's power sector is shabby, inefficient, and has led to wasteful expenditure outcomes. With gross infrastructure deficit and ineffective systems, homes and industries spend trillions of naira annually to provide alternative power. Well, according to the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, Nigeria spent 60% of the 2024 federal budget on buying generators and fueling them. Although this is shocking, it is not surprising. Darkness features prominently in Nigeria. The power sector is complex and badly run. According to the World Bank, 92 million residents out of 200 million lack access to electricity. They are pressed by the distribution companies who rely on arbitrary billing regimes without providing commensurate service. The Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission says that more than 7 million consumers lack prepaid meters at 3,500 megawatts. The sectors fall short of the required 32,000 megawatts the country needs to power homes and industries by the Association of Nigeria Electricity Distributor (NED). Its counterparts, South Africa and Egypt, generate 58,095 megawatts and 59,063 megawatts. The country has an installed capacity of between 40,000 megawatts and 80,000 megawatts with a target of 30,000 megawatts by 2030. This is ambitious. Well, at the 2024 Nigeria Oil and Gas Conference in Abuja, Adelabu said what Nigeria spent on the self-generated of power on fueling and servicing their generators is 16.5 trillion naira, according to research that was carried out in 2023. This is money badly spent, more than half of Nigeria's 27.5 trillion naira for 2024. Properly announced, it could transform the sector, but is moving abroad because Nigeria imports petroleum products and generators. In fulfillment of one of its campaign promises, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu recently set up a consumer credit guarantee scheme to address issues surrounding access to credit by the public. The president and advocate of consumer credit has previously highlighted its potential to drive economic recovery, boost industrial production, and reduce corruption. According to its mission statement, the scheme to be administered by the Nigeria Consumer Credit Corporation, a wholly owned federal government entity, aims to accelerate consumers' credit access to 50% of working Nigerians by 2030. All right, in sport, it was reported that the national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, are currently on another talking terms to bring in a technical advisor in person of Averena, the current coach of the French female national team, might be offering the French coach a sum of €2 million annually, so they could tempt him to coach the Super Eagles. But in other news, it was reported that the like of USA, the USA national team, and also another national team in Africa are both vying for a signature where we have numbers of arranged Saudi Arabia clubs that might be interested in bringing the Frenchman to the Saudi Pro League SPL before new season starts. Alright, in Ibadan on Friday, the 12th of July, a new monarch was crowned at the capital city of the Oyo State, in which Governor of the state, Governor Saheed, handed over the staff and every necessary traditional right to the new monarch, talking about Oba Olakuleyin, aka Ige Olakuleyin, the first and the 43rd monarch that will be sitting on the throne in Ibadan. Alright, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the conclusion of Weekend Recap, the 15th of July edition. Alright, join us next week for another Weekend Recap. Same time, same station. My name is James Oluwadurotimi Aremo. And keep on listening to Power365 FM. We'll say thank you. May your pocket never run dry. As you stay tuned for the next program that will be coming your way, all from the stable of Power365 FM. So enjoy the weekend.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss